Now, what I want to show you today is the impact of body language on how you speak, how you use your body whenever you are speaking. So, how do you use your body whenever you speak? That's what we're going to learn today. So, body language in public speaking. So, I'd like you to take down notes. We're going to be showing some pictures. These pictures describe how you should move your body, how you should stand on the stage, what you should do when you are speaking. Welcome to class. Welcome to class. So, so again, for those of you who have followed me for a while, these percentages, this analysis shows us the different levels of influence, how much influence we make with our tonality. When we say tonality, what do we mean? We're talking about your vocals, your vocal variety, your prosody, your expression, how you sound. Okay, so we need to also focus a lot on that. Today we're in class and somebody was speaking in low tunes. That's not good for the audience. 38% of the impact you will have on any audience will come from your tone. So first off, as you speak, make sure you project your voice. Make sure you know how to speak authoritatively. That's what I mean by tone. And for those of you who have listened to me teach on vocal variety, I said that you can speak slow and loud. When you speak slow and loud, you're sounding authoritative. When you speak fast and loud, you're trying to animate. When you speak soft and um, and soft and loud, you're trying to get people to anticipate. Or soft and loud, that soft and loud should be authoritative. So basically, your tonality constitutes 38%, and your body language, interestingly, constitutes 55%. So you focus so much on your content, meanwhile, 55% of the impact you will have on your audience will come from your body language. So if you are afraid, it will show on your body. If you are sad, it will show on your body. If you're not expressive, you've got to be particular about your body language. So when we talk about body language, what are we referring to? By the way, your words only constitute 7%. And a lot of times we pay a lot of attention to our words when we should be focusing on our body language. So when we talk about body language, these are a few things you must pay attention to. They are the features of your body language. Number one, your posture, how you stand on the podium, how you move on the podium. Next thing that we pay attention to is our body language, or is speaking of our body language, is the feature of our body language, is your head position. It will surprise you to know that people have very funny head positions. They bob their head, they tilt their head towards a funny, awkward looking way. Facial expressions. Your facial expressions should very often match your words or match the meaning of what you're trying to share. And then eye contact. Clement, you were speaking today in class, and I mentioned that you did not establish enough eye contact with the students that were available. So establishing eye contact is a very vital part of public speaking, and it makes up your body language. Remember, 55% of it will come from your body language. Then gestures also are very vital when it comes to public speaking. So the study of body language is called kinesics. There is a body of knowledge called kinesics, and it's the study, not just the study, it's also the interpretation of non-verbal communication related to the movement of any part of the body or the body as a whole. In layman's terms, it is the study of body language. So the study of body language is called kinesics. So there's a course, there is a curriculum, or there's a curriculum where people study movements of body, and you can use this knowledge to help you in relating with people. In human relations, the study of body language is important so you can read people. You can see how their facial expressions, their gestures, their hand movement, their head movement mean a lot. Their eye movements mean a lot. This is called kinesics. Even as a speaker, we observe the audience to see how they shift, how they yawn, how they move their body. We can use that to read the audience. That study is called kinesics. The same thing with us who are speakers. People are also reading us just as much as we are reading them. People are also reading us as we express ourselves, as we speak. So that's very important. All right, so there's also a study in public speaking, and not just in public speaking, in communication and in relating with people called prosemics. What does prosemics mean? Prosemics is the study of our perception and the structuring of our interpersonal and environmental space. The long and short of this is that we have a space that communicates with us. We have an interpretation of space. Even as individuals, we have a way that we interpret space. We have a way that we understand space. And space also is important in your ability to communicate effectively to people. For example, if you look at the diagram below here, you will notice that 0 to 50 centimeters is a very intimate space. In some cultures and societies, that is when you get into that space, you are in an intimate zone. And as a speaker, we also tell people, we often tell people, don't stay far away from the audience. The distance between you and the audience can serve as a major barrier. So you see sometimes speakers will leave the platform, leave the podium and walk towards closer to the audience. There's a reason for it. It's because of prosemics. Okay. And then you see that 0 to 5 or 1 meters is called personal, and then 1 to 4 meters is called social, and then 4 meters and more is called public. All right, so it's important we realize this. This is just a reiteration of what we just shared. That's 1.5 feet is intimate when you stay close. And sometimes when you see me speak and I walk towards the audience and I even touch them at some point, that's to show them that I really want to connect with them. I want to have a strong connection with them. Then you see that in this other place you have 4 feet, personal 4 feet, and that is 4 feet away, and then social 9 feet away. All right. So this does like a reiteration again. These are just zones. Appreciate and know these zones, and each culture has a different zone. For people in America and people who are in the hip hop culture, there are some even traditional cultures where anybody can break into this space, into this 0 to 1.5 centimeters, or I think it's meters. People can get in this intimate space and not have a problem. But the other cultures that if you do it, you are actually insulting them. So if you want to find the truth, do not listen to words coming to you. Rather, see the body language of the speaker. He speaks that fact, not audible. Bafesh Chat Bar is an Indian guy who says that if you want to find the truth, do not listen to what's coming to you. Rather, see the body language of the speaker. See the body language of the speaker. He speaks that fact, not audible. That's him saying it again. Look at this, Deborah Bull. That's not him. That's not her rather. But look at what Deborah Bull says. Says body language is a very powerful tool. We had body language before we had speech, and apparently 80% of what you understand in a conversation is read through the body, not the words. Okay, Peter Guber says language is a more recent technology. Your body language, your eyes, your energy will come through to your audience before you even start speaking. So again, all these speakers are saying that body language is vital. Pay attention to how you use your body on stage. This is Deborah Bull, who said that body language is a very powerful tool. We had body language before we had speech, and apparently 80% of what you understand in a conversation is read to the body language, not words. So now let's look at some body language errors that you shouldn't make on stage, in any meeting, any conference, any seminar, whatever it might be, even in your small group meetings. You must avoid, and you should avoid, these body language errors. So let's look at this picture. Now, this lady by the side, by my left side from the screen, your right side from you watching, is, doing a lecture, and she's hiding, showing her back to what is called a flip chart. What she's writing on the flip chart, and she's backing the audience. A very bad habit. Standing with your back to an audience detracts from your speech. Visual aid blocked by body. So she's doing, and that's a no-no in speaking. Let's look at the second guy here. Now, this pose can be good, but not when you are starting your speech. This pose can be a confident pose, can be a relaxed pose, but not when you are starting, when you're using your opening presentation. So look what he's doing with his mouth. He's speaking into the podium, and that muffles his voice. That is a no-no. Look what he's doing with his eyes. Eye contact with the audience lost when you look at the podium. He's not looking or staring at the audience. Look what he's doing with his back. He's slouching, and that looks very unprofessional. Look what he's doing with his legs. Crossing your legs makes your stance less stable and shows lack of authority. Now let's see another picture. This picture shows you how you can transition from one's authoritative body language to a more relaxed body language to one that is very conversational, very relatable. So look at this guy here. This is how he's opening his presentation. This is his primacy, how he's starting. Eye contact establishes positive rapport with the others. He's looking at the eyes. He has a smile on his face. His smile is very, very important part of public speaking, or rather of body language. And look at the way his legs are apart, speaking authoritatively. This confident stance suggests a thorough grasp of subject matter, well-established authority, and credibility with the others. So this stance is how you start. But as you move on in your presentation, notice that he has unbuttoned his suit and is a lot more relaxed. Relaxed body language conveys confidence. In the other case, this guy we showed here started off on a relaxed stance. This is not a good posture to start, but as you proceed, you can have this kind of posture if you desire so. Now look at this guy. His relaxed body language conveys confidence. His open jacket presents an image of honesty. Looking relaxed, feeling relaxed. Once audience report has been built, the speaker visibly relaxes and the audience focuses more readily on what is being said. So at this point, he's speaking authoritatively, he's establishing credibility, he's connecting with the audience. Once he has done that, the focus moves away from him, all right, to the words that he's saying. Look at this one, more expressive. He's using open-handed gestures to emphasize key points. His gaze includes the entire audience. He's glancing through the audience and is using the right gestures. The speaker makes good use of open-handed gestures to emphasize his integrity and draw the entire audience into his presentation. This is Barack Obama. Look at the way he's holding the microphone. Now, if you have cause to use a microphone, that is the distance between the microphone and his mouth. Look at the way he's using his face, making a very serious point. Look at the way he's using his hands to express his thoughts. This is a confidence pose and a confidence stance, and it's a good body language expression. So again, you see the quality of his suit, his dressing, his appearance, his gaze, all of that shows that he is fantastic. So errors you shouldn't make, and these are those basic interpretations. How people stand could say a lot about what they are thinking and feeling. So as a speaker, you can also read people. Sorry, this is not very clear, but arms akimbo. This one is standing arms akimbo. Feet facing directly towards somebody. Mirroring, shaking your legs. It could mean something, means hurry up. Lowering your head, it could mean that you're tired or sad. Eyebrows, that shows that you're skeptical. Direct eye contact, that means you're interested. Blinking too much, that means you're nervous. Squinting, arms crossed, that means you're defensive. All of these things have, a meaning. So let's go into categories of posture. Categories of posture. You want to write this down too. Posture can be categorized as open or closed. and reflects emotions, attitude, and intention. So a posture can be open and a posture can also be closed. You've got to be careful about, excuse me, your posture as you present because it reflects your emotions, your attitudes, and your intention. So let's look at what Morihi Ushiba says. He says a good stance and posture reflects a proper state of mind. A good stance and posture reflect a proper state of mind. So look at what I mean by open posture. His hands are open, he's expressive, he's revealing what he's saying. Look at this white fellow and how he's opening up his hands. That's thick, that's a good way to stand when you're speaking. But the reverse, this other guy here, is closing his hands practically in the entire presentation, and that is not good enough. All right, so let's go on to look at close posture. Close posture is seen as a person guarding their space with arms folded, putting up a close barrier with crossed legs and tuning away from another person in the conversation. That can happen when you're having a conversation with people. That's Barack Obama. Eyes can either be averted or a strong and challenging stare could be the mood of the pose. So another thing that you also notice in body language that is very vital in body language is called mirroring. Mirroring means a lot of things. Mirroring means copying somebody. One of the things you want to do to influence the audience is to mimic and to copy the audience by dressing. For example, if you're speaking to a bunch of very conservative people, you want to dress conservative. You're speaking to people who want excitement. You want to be also excited. You wear your jean and your t-shirt. So you mirror the audience. You can also mirror the slangs of the audience, mirror the eyes, the tonality of the audience, the energy of the audience. And you see mirroring happen in relationships. Do the same thing is a sign of mutual admiration. So when you do the same thing with your audience, when you dress like them, act like them, you're connecting with them strongly. It's the signals that show the interest of loving couple show it is a signal that show the interest a loving couple show in each other. The mirroring of their action shows a special bond and approval of one another. So learn to use mirroring in your speaking. I'm going to show you a video before we wrap up today. A video by Toastmasters. I'd like you to watch it and I want you to see what that lady did in her presentation. Personal space, we already discussed that. Personal space is an important part of posture. It is called proxemics and ranges from intimate to public distance for the posture area. Many people do not like their personal space invaded and can be claustrophobic in circumstances where their space is compromised. So even when you want to go close to people in your presentation, be careful because not everybody wants you to do it that way. Mapping body posture and gestures. What do you mean by that? Mapping body postures and gestures help psychologists and other persons interested in signals sent out by the body language. People are constantly sending out messages about themselves through their posture and their gestures. There is something we call sensory acuity, the ability to sense people's emotions through the expression of their body, through their body language. You can be very careful to look at how people move their body, their posture, and read them quickly. So we have what's called categories of posture. So I'm going to show you a video, and I want you to observe the woman's use of her body language shortly. Observe the woman's use of her body language in expressing herself. So categories of posture. When we say categories of posture, we're talking about emblems. When we say emblems, what do we mean by emblems? Emblems can be used instead of a word, and it these gestures that or gesture that actually cross language barriers. A wave of a hand, you're speaking and you wave your hand, it means something. Even when you're not saying anything, it means something. Finger beckoning, come here, it means something. Thumbs up, thumbs down are all emblems, gestures that have specific meanings. Shrugging your shoulder, shrugging, shaking your head are all gestures that tell the observer that you're not understood, and everyone can read that emblem of body language. So those kind of things, those signals, those things you do with beckoning, hand waving, thumbs up, thumbs down, gestures, they are all called emblems. We have another thing called illustrators in the body language. When we talk about illustrators, we are saying gestures that accompany words. So unlike emblems, they don't have any words. The people read what you're saying through your gesticulations, through your emblems. Come here, wave of hands, beckoning, pointing, thumbs up, thumbs down. You don't necessarily have to say words with emblems, but with illustrators, you use your gestures and you accompany those gestures with words. Nodding your head and agreeing at the same time is an illustrator of agreement. Well done, you're doing well. And you're nodding your head at the same time. Pointing a finger and giving direction at the same time is another illustrator. When you do a gesture and then you use what you accompany with words, that is called an illustration. There's something called animal gestures. Animal gestures are important in the animal kingdom. Okay, so this is the important name. There are many gestures that help trainers and people involved with animals understand the creatures in their care. So that's how deep body language can be. You can use body language to study animals and use their, everybody has a pattern. Animals have a pattern from the way they use their body. Most people are familiar with tail wagging from dogs as a sign of enjoyment, while barring, teeth, and snarling is a sign of snarl or gesture of aggression. In the same vein, and human beings have patterns, things they do regularly that can help you determine how they are feeling at the moment. So let's look at good posture. Even if you're a lady, these are three different postures we have men and women stand. The first one is a very poor posture. The head is forward, the back is not very flat, it's flat, literally. All right, but the poor posture also, I mean, even if you have a pot belly, you still find a way to protrude yourself. You sway back, your head forward, rounded shoulders, and all that. But look at this one, balanced upright posture. This is a good, this is how you should stand when you are speaking. This is another very good public speaking posture, very fantastic public speaking. If I have time, I'll show you this guy's speech and then we can talk about it. All right. So that's basically, now one of the few things I want to say also that you must pay attention to when you are speaking to a large audience. The bigger your audience, the bigger your gestures need to be in order to be visible and impactful. Speaking to a large number of audience, you want to do more gestures, emblems, illustrators, just so as to connect with them strongly. All right. Open-handed gestures build more trust and rapport with your audience than closed-handed or closed-ended gestures. When you open your hands, you know what open-handed? I showed you a picture of a white man, one doing a closed-handed gesture and the other doing the same guy doing an open-handed gesture. And even this picture is also an open-handed gesture. This is an open-handed gesture. All right, so you can use it. I'm going to show you a video to see practically how this works. And I want you to pay attention. Close-handed gestures, crossing your arms, create a wall between you and the audience. You don't want to close yourself in any way. Now, body language is not just for your presentation, it's also for reading the audience all along the way. For also reading the audience, studying the audience. You can look at their yawns, their movements. All right, so these are a few things we want to say before I show you the video. I want to show you a video shortly. All right, so positive, relaxed posture, arms relaxed, eye contact, nod agreement, smile at humor, lean closer, use gestures. Body language is distal, directed towards others. Negative, body tension, arm folded, speaking hand to mouth, speaking hand to mouth, fidgeting, yawning. Body language is proximal, directed towards your own body. So that is that for now. So can we quickly run through 10 powerful language tips for your next presentation? Let's do that. One, to boost your confidence during your presentation, what should you do? You should, like we already said, open your chest and arms and keep your back straight. This position will make you breathe better and you feel more relaxed. So keep your back straight. Always be conscious of that. Keep your back straight. Number two thing to do. Oh, all right. So sorry guys, I don't think I have all of that stuff available, but let me quickly show you a practical video that you will see. Let's see if I can show you a video where you see somebody. Let me show you a video where you see somebody, I want you to observe her body language. Yes, I'll show you two videos shortly. So just pay attention and we can discuss this video. Watch the video and make sure you observe the way the body.
Not a second.
have seen that. I don't know if you were able to, whether you watched it and whether you saw that. Thank you guys for watching it. So look at how she used her body language. Look at how she used her expressions. That is how public speaking should be. Oh, not standing, and it should be very that expressive. Now in Toastmasters, you're allowed to use 7 minutes. So that was a speech. She took top position in that competition, public speaking competition, and she did 7 minutes. Look at how she opened the presentation. Look at how she used the power of quotes. Look at how she used her body language. Look at how she used humor, her illustrations, her expressions. That is how to use your. But I'm going to show you a last video, as we call it, a wrap today, and also 7 minutes. Observe the body language, the use of the body, the telling of stories, and that will truly help us as speakers to make progress. So let's do this. Let's do this. Let's watch um, let's watch one more video, and then we will. Let me know if you're seeing the. Let me see. Let me know if you're seeing the. Are you seeing? Let me know. Chat me if you're seeing the video, please. Talk to me if you're seeing my. Talk to me if you're seeing the video. Are we seeing the video? Please, those of us that are available, are we seeing the video? Okay. So can I, let me see. Let me know if you're seeing the video. Okay, let me do it again. Sorry. Let me know if you're seeing the video now. Chatter, let me see if you're seeing the image of this guy now, please. Chat me up, please. In the chat section, let me know if you're seeing the video now. All right, guys. So, we still have very few persons available in class today. Some of you have left. I hope you took time to watch the videos. Christabel, did you watch the video? Talk to me before we.
I, I, I couldn't see anything. I didn't hear anything. No.
You didn't hear anything? Oh my. Okay. If you didn't watch, did you see the video?
Saw the
Yes,
video,
but yeah, yes, but there was no sound.
no sound.
There was no sound.
No, no.
Yeah.
Oh my. Okay. So what I'm going to do for you guys is that I'm going to send the videos, those two videos, to your I'm going to send those videos to you.